Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Corey Austin, also Defines the Dawn. Over here on my Rap Athlete segment, that's part of my Inner Creative Academy. Just wanted to go ahead and go over a few things with y'all that you may or may not be thinking about. Could definitely help you with what you're trying to do with your career, move it forward. I've done a lot of marketing for different artists and interviews with major artists, and I've done a lot of marketing for different independent businesses, urban businesses, just small and big. And I think there's some things that you could probably think about that could definitely help you with getting your A game going and trying to go ahead and take your music to the next level, really. So, one of the things that I think most rappers, music artists really should pay attention to is when to go ahead and be an artist and then when to go and be professional. Know the dichotomy between the two. There's a time for you to go ahead and be in your artist space when it's time to go ahead and speak as an artist, do what an artist does, and perform the character or the personality that you want to be seen from your fans and your audience, whether it's social media, shows, or events. But then there's also the professionalism that you have to be able to keep when you want to be able to network, build relationships, whether you're talking to people that can be potential good for PR, or if you're trying to solidify your own venue, or if you're talking to record label execs. You got to keep in mind that some of these people don't just deal with your genre exclusively. So being able to be professional is something that you want to do, because then they know that they're working with a business professional, and it doesn't guarantee that that person's going to work with you, but it does give you a lot I guess secure, I guess a lot more secure chance of you maybe building a relationship with them down the road. So that's something definitely you want to keep in mind. Um, Number two, something else that I see often is not really having a strategy behind releasing your music. I just went over this a few months ago with one of my guys that I actually work with for music, and he was thinking about throwing out album, and he does mixtape and album after album, and it was really thinking about, hey man, why don't you just go ahead and let's map out a strategy that can go behind your music. Let's line up something that could really work for you, so when you're putting this massive piece of work together and you want to release it, that you put all your time into, you actually have a strategic plan on how you're going to get this out. So having a plan and strategizing is something that can help you execute your release in the right way. Nobody goes to really launch anything, whether it's a big company. I don't care if it's McDonald's or Target or Walmart, whoever it is. Whenever they're getting ready to go ahead and launch a campaign, there's something that they're actually trying to follow as far as steps. There's a strategy behind it. So it's not just like they're aimlessly, hey, let me just go ahead and throw this out there and see, if it sticks. That's a terrible way of doing things. Actually, that ain't good. Nobody's really just throwing stuff out there and just like seeing if it sticks. I mean, they are, and sometimes, hey, sometimes things go viral and it happens. But at the same time, that's not the best way, because now you're just kind of relying on chance. And wouldn't you like to go ahead and minimize the risk and put more emphasis on profiting? That's actually a hustler right there. That's what a hustler would do. We'll look at, what's the low risk and high profit. And you only could do that if you plan and you strategize how to go ahead and make your next move. So that's something you want to do. I'd see also, a third thing that really you should try to stray away from is that whole spamming on social media. Like when you have music that you're ready to release, just going ahead and tagging everybody and just spamming constantly, just throwing it out there on every regular basis that you can. I mean, that almost diminishes the effect of what you're trying to do. It's not as effective when you're just kind of spamming people on a constant basis, because someone's going to see it and it's not going to hold as much value. It's going to seem watered down. It's not going to have any real power behind it, just because they always see it and you're always doing it and there's no real value behind what you're doing. So you want to definitely be able to build value, be able to go ahead and not just throw your stuff out, throw out links, and just continuously spamming all your social media accounts. Hey, check out this link. Hey, I have this over here. Check this out. Or go ahead, go to my SoundCloud. It's like, it's great. You need to be able to promote, but that's not promoting. That's just spamming people, and then it leaves you frustrated because you ain't getting the results that you're really looking for. You're over here trying to go ahead and really get something out of this hard work, and then it makes you feel like everything that you put in is really worthless and it ain't going nowhere, and you shouldn't have to feel like that, but you just have to change your strategy. Another thing I would say that kind of goes along with that, with the spamming, is learn to build relationships. Learn to go ahead and start working more one-on-one with people. You know, get to know who they are, ask them questions, ask how they feel. If they listen to your music, ask them what they liked about it, what did they didn't like, what can you do better. You know, start going ahead and building a professional relationship with people where they can get to know you more than just the artist. You know, if you have other things that you are very passionate about, or you have other interests that you really have a talking point about, maybe go ahead and integrate yourself into those conversations. Give your viewpoint, give your perspective, talk to people about that, and that helps to go ahead and say, hey man, I want to, somebody sees what you have to say, I want to follow this guy, I really like what he talks about, let me check him out, let me see what else he does, and that's really where you start building. So don't just only want to jump on board when you're ready to pass somebody a link. Go ahead and have some substance, and pass somebody some good conversation. That actually goes a long way. And the last thing I wanted to just go ahead and chop it up about is having a side hustle. Don't get fooled by what you see in the industry or what everybody's going ahead and telling you about, and oh yeah, I never had to do this, or I never had to work, I just went ahead, I had money from the get-go. And you don't know what anybody's situation is, but for your situation, you need to make sure that you have an income to go ahead and carry your career. Because at the end of the day, who's going to pay for studio time? Who's going to go ahead and pay for your distribution? Who's going to pay for your marketing? Who's going to go ahead and pay for your flyers? Who's going to pay for the events, the shows? When you want to go ahead and do this yourself, this is, being a music artist today is pretty similar to being an entrepreneur in any industry. You want to be able to have the funds or the capital to go ahead and fund your business, which is your music career. And if you can't do that, you can't sit here waiting for handouts from other people, because everybody else is trying to hustle for their own. So you got to be over here ready to hustle for your own too. And if you're not ready to do that, then you can't expect nothing if you ain't willing to give nothing. So go ahead and invest in yourself. Learn to go ahead and get an income. I don't care if it's a 9 to 5. Who cares about that other stuff they trying to tell you? I don't care if you got a little side hustle going on. Keep that side hustle, because it's going to be great to go ahead and have it during the time that you're first getting started. So those are my 5 little points that I just wanted to go over. I hope you like it. Go ahead and take a look at the link. Click the link on the bottom of the page, and go ahead, subscribe, share, like, and all that. I'm going to be dropping videos so y'all could go ahead and get some game. And I also want to know what you think. Some of the stuff that you may also think that artists can benefit from. I know there's different people that may go ahead and watch this and have their own ideas. And I'd love to be able to hear them. And maybe I could go ahead and shoot my thoughts back about them. Alright, so I'll talk to y'all soon. Once again, I'm Defiance the Dawn, Corey Austin. Peace.